Guys, I was standing down here at the fence. I've been tracking Jeremiah's phone and seeing that he was almost here for like the last, I don't know, half an hour. I've been waiting down here for him to get here. And like 2 minutes ago, I went, oh my gosh, I'm a vlogger. I didn't have my camera. So I just ran up there and got it. And now I'm back.
There's a baby blue heron. Yeah,
Oh.
it's like a solid dark shade of blue.
I don't think that's the same kind of bird.
Well, it's a dark
That
shade of
is
blue.
some sort of heron, but I don't know what it is.
It's a dark blue heron.
That is neat. Maybe we can get a picture of it and then look it up. This lens is not a zoom lens. So there's a beautiful great blue heron right here. We're watching him. Yeah, he's doing a little fishing. And then a smaller, darker blue bird came and flew in, some sort of crane. We have 2 great blue herons that have been hanging out on the big pond and the little pond. They might have to move over to the big pond once our animals are in here. I don't know that they'll want to coexist with them. Maybe. There he goes. It's not nearly as majestic on a wide angle lens, but gosh, that's a massive bird.
Where is he? He just flew off to the big pond, probably. So that blue heron just came in, stole his territory, and then
So apparently we have blue heron drama on our pond.
That's I don't see a blue heron.
So guys, do you realize that our animals are in the trailers and they're about to pull in and they're about to come home? So this welcome home side was made for us, but it's also for our animals. And so we can say, welcome home, animals, because they're going to come and live out the rest of their life here. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Yeah! Oh, move!
There's the caravan.
Move!
Move! Move! Wrong one. Y'all come over to the right side and get out of the way. It's 4 cars. It's 3 trucks and a car of our family and friends and all of our farm animals except our pets.
But that means Gabe's.
Well, Gabe's here, but he's a working dog, so
Oh, yeah, see, that's what Dad said.
yeah.
Hello. Wait, there's our thing.
Welcome home.
Wait, is this
Hey, Ezra Jude, hang back from that. Give them some space, please.
Trader?
That's Tom's trailer, yeah. Guess who's here?
Who?
Our animals.
There we go.
All right, guys. It's been a little bit of an all hands on deck situation here. There was really not any space for making video because we just needed to get the animals unloaded. They just drove this long and get them hydrated. And we have the pigs in their yard. And we actually are putting the goats, we have put the goats and the alpacas, and Gabriel was with them in a temporary fence over here because we still have a little bit more fence to stretch, and we can do that like this evening and in the morning. And it might take us maybe one more day that they have to stay in this temporary situation, but it'll be fine. But everybody is good. In all of the trip, we had 2 casualties, 2 chickens, which they were some of the oldest chickens that I had. Some cinnamon queens that, I mean, I think that I got them fully grown in 2019. They were some of my battery rescue hens. So they were a little on the older side. I think the stress was too much for them. But other than that, everybody has come through with flying colors, and now we just need to get them settled down, continue making sure that they're drinking water, and keeping an eye on everybody to make sure they adjust. But I'm gonna bring the camera over here and show you guys what's going on. I have some introductions to make. Everybody is a sweaty mess that's been driving all night and working their tails off. So I don't know how they're gonna feel about having a camera in their face, but
I don't care.
this is little baby Elijah. This is one of Jeremiah's younger brothers who is helping us on his leave before he goes back to where he is stationed.
Norfolk.
I didn't know if you wanted to put that public. Oh, you don't care. Okay. So we're so thankful for him. He and his wife actually drove up in the caravan. They were in Arkansas visiting. They wanted to come see the property, and they just drove with the caravan in case anybody needed an alternate driver. I know it's a super great time to put a camera in your face, but are you ready for your close-up? Oh. This is Tom.
Yeah.
Tom is our dear friend who came to help us. You guys have seen him before on videos. It's been a while ago. Tom is a co-owner of Murray McMurray Hatchery in Iowa. And also a good friend of ours, so he came to help transport our animal. And we're clipping flight feathers on the turkeys right now.
I guess that's why it's chickens.
So this is a pretty populated area we've got going on right now, but again, it's temporary, and it's also going to keep, it's going to help us keep an eye on our animals. We don't want to just let them out in this big pasture right after moving them. We want to be able to keep a close eye on them. So we've got the chickens, we're throwing the turkeys in here for right now. We have the goats and Gabriel and our girly alpacas. These are the girly goats. The boys are over with the pigs, and they're all just in here in this 160-foot fence. Oh dang, we got a loose duck. Hey little duck, I want to take you to the pond. Trust me, I'm giving you a better life. Come on. Catch it, caught like a pro. Can I get a ride? How do you feel?
I'm tired. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I'm done driving back and forth.
Mom, we live in South Carolina! Are you happy?
Yeah, I am.
Oh. Okay, editing Jess here, and I need to make a quick clarification. These birds were not transported from Arkansas in those crates. They actually rode in an open trailer the entire time. We just put them in those cages to carry them across the field and put them in the pond. I just hate for someone to see that and think that was a suitable way to carry birds halfway across the country, because it's definitely not.
That is satisfying. Look at them, they're like, oh yeah.
They've never been on a pond in their little
Look at them swimming. Look at those ducks just swimming.
There they go.
Dude.
Look at them. They're off to their best life, Maya.
That's cool. All right, let's go get the turkeys moved, and then I can go change into something comfortable and dry.
Okay. All right, it's the next morning. We got everything unloaded yesterday. I just came down here from the camper to lay eyes on everybody, all the animals, to make sure that everything's still okay. I do have a couple of goats out of the electric fence, which I pretty much expected that to happen. We're gonna be stretching fence today, and hopefully we'll get a more sturdy, uncompromisable pen up for them. It's all new, so they're not going very far. They're staying really close to the herd, so I'm not that worried about it right now, but we do need to get something fixed. If you missed the logistic talk before we left, basically how we got here was I left really early on Tuesday morning, about like around 5 something, and drove with all 5 of my boys, and we drove the whole way here. It's 720 miles, and it was a really uneventful trip. They were great. We all had our head in the game. I did give them the choice. You know, we talked about it, and I was like, if you guys want to split it up, we could leave a day earlier, but they chose to have an extra day at Grandpa's house and then just make the trip all at once. And I think the fact that they had chosen that kind of helped with attitudes. Everybody had a great attitude, which makes a massive difference whenever you're driving 5 kids 720 miles. And other than one little bout with car sickness during this weird stretch on the highway in Alabama where there's no bathroom for like 30 miles or something like that. And other than that, it was a very uneventful trip, thankfully. And Maya in the caravan, Tom, Noah, Elijah and Jolie, they all left late at night on Tuesday, and they drove through the night because that would be the least stressful on the animals. Because one, it's hard to pull a trailer. If you've ever pulled a trailer a long period of time, it just requires an extra level of awareness when you're driving. It's hard on your body. It's very tense. Like I know when you're pulling a trailer for very long, it's like your shoulders hurt, your back hurts, because you just have to really be more aware of what you're operating, especially when you have a heavy trailer and a big trailer. And because we had the animals, we knew it was going to have to be a straight shot and make that whole trip, and 720 miles is a long way to pull a big trailer. So that's why they wanted to go through the night, because it's a little easier when there's not a lot more cars on the road. also because the heat, it is the end of July in the south, and that would be easier for the animals to drive through the night. So in three different truck loads going all in the same time, they were able to make it straight here. The animals are all doing great. I came down here earlier this morning. It's about 9 now. I was down here, but I forgot to bring a memory card in my camera. And just came and looked at everybody first thing. And everybody looks really good. All the animals are so happy. And that makes me happy. You can see across the pond there, the white and black are the ducks and geese. And then there's some more geese down here on this, some more ducks down here on this side. They're probably my favorites to watch right now because they are just so living their best life. They're so happy. So there was this one mallard duck living on this pond, and I don't know where he came from, if he used to be like a domesticated duck that someone left here, or if he just made his way here, I don't know. But the whole time that we've been coming out to this property since we bought it, this one mallard duck has been on this pond. And we were really curious as to what he would do when we brought all these other ducks. And when we put them all out on the pond yesterday, we just sat here and watched them. I did for a little while. And that mallard came and just made a beeline for the others. And I thought, he's either happy to see them or he is gonna come and like defend his territory. I don't really know. I've seen ducks fight before, specifically the males, usually over females, but he's actually with them now. So I guess they made nice, and he's gonna just stick around. I didn't know what he would do, but that's kind of cool. He's hanging out with the other ducks. Hey Tobe, what's up, man? You tired?
Yeah.
It's been a busy few days, huh?
Wait, did we get here yesterday?
Day before yesterday. The animals got here yesterday. So, do you like seeing all the animals happy? What's your favorite part?
Meeting Gabe.
Seeing Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so glad he is here. Gabe is so happy to be here, isn't he? The other day, whenever I was talking about logistics, I failed to mention Gabriel, our guardian dog, and a lot of people asked about him. I, in my mind, just classify Gabriel in with the goats. Obviously, he's a dog, but he lives with the goats. That's his herd, and like we transported Gabriel in the back of the trailer with the goats. He has not ridden in a car very much, and to put him in a car, he definitely would have had to be sedated. He gets very stressed to be away from his goat herd. Like if you put them in one yard and you don't put him in that, he just paces the fence line. He likes to keep eyes on him, and that's his job. He is like genetically wired to be a guardian, and so once you have a dog like that that's bonded to a herd, it's really the kindest thing to leave them together as much as possible. And so Gabriel's in with the goats right now, and he's just happy as a clam, and I'm excited for him to have this big, I don't know, 13-acre pasture, so to be able to run through with his goats. He's gonna be so happy. You think he's gonna be so glad, Toby? So Maya's actually not here right now. I should be here any minute. After they'd driven all night, Elijah and Jolie went to stay at Noah's house. Of course, Noah closed on his house 2 weeks ago. He's living about 20 minutes from us, which is awesome. They're a little bit closer to town than we are because his wife works in town. She already got a job there. But Tom and Maya yesterday, after they got everything set up, they were trying not to fall asleep in the middle of the day so they could sleep through the night after driving. And we got to about 3:30 or 4, I think, in the afternoon, and we went to get some food, and we were just talking, and they had hit a wall, and I suggested that they go get a hotel room and go sleep and take nice long showers and have uninterrupted rest for the evening and through the night, because we're all in the camper and we do have the 5 kids in there, and there's just not space for them to have gone away and slept without us having to kind of stay out of the way. So they actually went and got some sleep last night, and they should be back here any minute, and I think that's definitely better. Oh, look at this. Look at all the ducks and the geese coming across the pond. Why am I so fascinated by them on this pond? It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by them.
They're just...
So they just stay on the pond now?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, why would they want to get out?
Hey Mom, look at that crane. It's on the tree.
Oh, wow. Oh, I wish I had a zoom lens. Y'all see the crane up at the top of the tree over there? So our eventual plan along the pond here is to run like a wooden fence down the side of it where I can plant irises along it. It'll provide a little bit of a barrier so that if we have little kids playing in the yard and stuff. Oh, look at them! Hey guys, are y'all happy? Are you so happy? They're like, don't put me back in a trailer. I won't ever again. So this little guy on the back, he broke his leg when he was small and it didn't heal quite right. And bless him, yesterday whenever we put him out there, he swam in circles for a few minutes and then he finally got the hang of it. He gets around, he's just a little slower. Poor little guy. Look at him trying to keep up. He figured it out. He swam in circles for like 5 minutes and I thought, oh my gosh, Shamar, I'm gonna have to swim out there and get that duck out of the water because he can't figure it out. But then he started swimming in the direction of the rest of them and I was like, well, okay. Oh wow, that bird is beautiful, isn't it, Toby? So you'll notice our house is back there in the corner. Bless you, darling. And the crews are out there working on it. You can hear the equipment running. They're actually running the septic line down to it right now. And I'm gonna show you guys all of that progress as soon as I can. I'm not supposed to be in there right now. So I will tell you, they built some beautiful steps out front and it's coming along really well. And we're supposed to be able to move in by the end of next week. They've got to do the brick underneath and all that stuff. So it's really nice. Here's my lovely swing. We've got to move it out just a little bit. It's a tad close to the tree, but overall it's very nice.
Yeah, I hit my foot on the tree.
Yeah, we got to move it out. And he's going to move it up a little bit too. The rope stretched. But it's so beautiful and so romantic, isn't it? You gonna sit next to me for this video? You tired? Yeah. I think we're all a little bit exhausted. You exhausted?
Yeah.
All right, a little buggy on you. We're almost to the point of just a big sigh of relief. This last big move weekend, getting the kids and the animals here, that was obviously the biggest push of this move. Now it's just, you know, we're waiting for the house to be finished up and for our pods to get delivered. And then once we're able to get into the house and stay there, I'm going to travel back and go get my cats and dogs and Jackson's lizard. And then we'll have one more trip to move the like extra stuff once we have a little storage building set up, because we have a lot of things like incubator and deep freezers and different things that we didn't have a place to put. And so we're just one step at a time. The biggest push is behind us and we're so thankful and already very, very relieved. And just to have that handled and the fact that it went off without a hitch. Like, we're here, there were no big issues, there were no like major losses in that, which is great. And now it's just you know, finishing up getting transitioned and then resting. That's kind of what we're doing. I mean, we're working, but after having that big push behind us, it's definitely, now that we have the animals here and everything is like almost done with, it's just, there's a different feeling in it. It doesn't feel quite so much that we're pushing towards like a goal and the breakthrough and all of that stuff. It's more a matter of, okay, we're here and now we're just like riding it out, if that makes sense. I don't know. I am excited to get some garden space going. We're gonna do like, I'm gonna do some landscaping around our house and put in like a small garden to grow some green things this fall and into the winter. And then we'll start on the big garden spaces, but we're not in a major hurry. You know, I've had some people tell me, hey, you need to just take some time off when you get there and rest. And while I do 100% agree that rest is vital, and we do rest, taking months off and not having a garden and taking, you know, this big chunk of time off without working towards our farm and getting our food growing and all that stuff, that would not feel restful to me. And I mean, like, what would I do? Like, it's kind of one of those things, like, the garden and having the garden to go into, it's more than just, oh, this is a task I have to do in order to grow food. The garden is like 100% like a sanctuary for me. It is genuinely, like, the reason my garden is so artistic and all these different things, it's a form of worship for me. It's something that is far more fulfilling than just for food growing. And so, like, I don't plan on taking a year before we start building gardens. Not because I'm, like, afraid of food. There's so much food here, like, in this area. We will have no problem whatsoever finding farm fresh, locally grown food. There are great markets. There are farm stands everywhere. This is a food growing region in our country in a massive way. I already got some tomatoes that were locally grown. Like, I'm not gonna have to go without fresh food. So it's not really about that. It's more about the fact that, like, making gardens and working in them is genuinely just part of who I am. I love the garden for so many different reasons, but it is very much, it is where I rest. I mean, like, my garden is a place of rest for me, and even though it also involves a lot of work, it just keeps me healthy in so many ways to have that. So I don't plan on taking a long time. I'm not in any rush to do it. Like, I'm not being like, oh, I gotta get this right away. We're gonna do it in the appropriate time, and we're gonna take our time. The other day I shared our plan for this property and really appreciated the feedback, got some really great feedback. We're doing a lot of things we don't know, we've never done before. But in sharing that plan, I mean, that's like a 5-year plan at least, you know, like, I mean, and even then, some of those things will not be in maturity in 5 years. So we're just getting the ball rolling on that stuff with where we would like it to be eventually. While I am excited to break ground on all of that, right now I'm just excited to fully get here and then just take it one step at a time. So thank you guys so much for your prayers during our transition and for sticking with us through this story. And I'm excited to have some beautiful gardens to show you.
Are we doing it?
We're doing it. I'm also excited to show you all the happy ducks. They're so happy.
Ben, come on.
You wanna come sign off with me?
Ben, you wanna say we bless you until next time?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, come on up here, Toby. Lean forward. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We bless you. Until next time.